Yay!
Yay!
Happy to be here.
We are so happy to have you. Patty and I are so happy to have you.
I'm happy.
So Molly is one of my very close friends, and she's like one of the very first people that I met in the city. And it's funny because I actually met her on my birthday.
Yeah, that was so cute. I was like, didn't know anyone in New York at the time, and then like I just got introduced to like the whole friend group all at once, and it made me so happy and to feel like right in the beginning that I had like a good group of people and stuff.
I know.
So cute. I was so grateful for you guys at that time.
And we are so grateful for you. And we're still friends. And yeah, Molly is like amazing, super charismatic, fun, girly. Literally love how she dresses. As you can see, she's crazy. Yeah, do you want to talk about your outfit a little bit?
Yeah, sure. I'm wearing this jacket that my friend Mariah made for me when we were like 16 years old. It was batshit insane. Fully lined, crazy. And then my Sandy Liang hair bow.
So cute. Molly always has red hair.
Yeah, it's a big staple. I've tried all the other colors, but I feel like the red I keep coming back to because like anytime I dye my hair a different color, I don't feel like fully myself. And then I feel like those times are also like when I had purple hair, I was like pretty depressed. And then when I had like black hair, I was also like pretty depressed. But the red is like a sign of a good time, I feel like. And then I don't know like what came first. Was it like the different color hair and then I got depressed, or was I depressed and then I dyed my hair? I don't know. But like the red is a sign of happiness, and just me putting that out there and trying to be that. And it's working. It is.
I feel like it's so on brand for you. Like every time we're in a crowd of people, like I know it's Molly when I just see like bright red hair.
I know. I love when people are like, oh, I can tell. It's like, they're like, Molly. And I'm like, yeah.
But it makes me sad that you didn't like your black hair at some point.
I like the black. I just got tired of it really sick. And I was like, not mentally there. And then the purple, I thought I liked it at the time. But looking back, I think I'm also like more like of a warm toned girl. Yeah. So like, and those were more like cool toned. So
I think I met you when you had purple hair.
Yeah, probably.
I remember that. But I loved Molly's black hair so much. So that's why it makes me sad. Like I had been telling her months before, I was like, you would look so good with black hair.
Yeah. I think I liked the black when it was short. So I had black long hair first. And then I had black, and once I cut it into a bob, I look back at those photos and I'm like, oh, the black was cute in the bob, but I think like the black long was like,
it was so killer regardless. I don't know.
Thank you. It was fab. I remember like putting it in my hair, and one of my friends was like, you're gonna regret this, like don't do it. I've dyed my hair black one time and it took forever to get out. But like the thing is, if you want your hair dyed to get out of your head, just go in the ocean a bunch of times and it will like immediately vanish from your head, or at least it does for me. Like I literally like, because I dyed my hair black, and then in the summer when I was going in the ocean, it like literally stripped it out of my head. And you've seen me with red hair at the beach before, when it literally like looks like I'm bleeding because it's just like dripping down. Even when it rains, like it'll rain and then there's like red dye like falling down my forehead, and like people will stop me on the street and be like, hey, like what color hair dye do you use and stuff? And I'll be like, oh, like I use this brand, but be fucking warned that this shit will be leaking from your skull.
Wait, I didn't know that people even stop and ask you. That's like so iconic.
It is kind of fun sometimes.
We should also clip the photo of you with that time you were at the beach and you had like red all over you from your hair. I was wearing like
a white swimsuit and it was like ombre pink at the end of the day. What can you do? I would like always try a different hair color, or a different dye, but I like just like. But
this is just formula. So you. Like this is just so Molly.
Yeah,
I love it so much. But besides your red hair and how much of a good friends that we are, you want to introduce yourself?
Sure. I'm Molly. I'm like from California, and I moved to New York like 3 years ago. I like moved here for an internship like during school that was like shit, a classic fashion internship, you know?
Yeah.
And then I just worked for a really mean man, Romeo Hunt, shout out. We hate that man. Don't ever work with him. And then I got hired like immediately for my current job. and I like had put all my stuff in storage when I was about to leave because I was just like, I didn't know when I was going to come back or when I was going to get a job, and I just like knew I wanted to be back here. And then I like literally only had my stuff in storage for like a month, so it worked out very well.
It was literally so timely for you.
Yeah, it was perfect.
Like I could remember when I first met you and that like this one mutual friend that we have, I remember her telling me about how like you left for school and then that you were gonna come back, but like it felt like night and day. Like you were back so quick.
I know, it was really shocking. They called me and they were like, can you come in like a week or like 2 weeks? And then I was like, I don't even know where I'm gonna live. And I remember I was like, because I went to London to visit Mariah, and like a week before I was supposed to like start that job, and when I was in London I still didn't know where I was gonna live yet, and I was like I was like flying directly from London to New York to start, and I had like no clue where I was living yet, and I ended up finding a place that was like really good, but the era ended, and now I live in Bushwick, like so close to all my friends, and it's so fun. But yeah, so I started that job, and I've been at the same job ever since, and I really like it a lot. I do like fashion stuff.
Molly's literally the Princess Diana of the fashion district. So if you are in the fashion district Monday through Friday from 9 to 5,
I'll be on the street. It is fun. I love like waving to, you know, when you're just walking around, and I've only been there for like 3 years. Like the girls that have been like working in the like garment district for like 15 years, they know like every single person on the street, because you just get to know like all the delivery people and like everyone that works at all the fabric stores and stuff. And I feel like I know more people there than I do like in my own neighborhood, you know, like I just like it does feel like a good like sense of community in there.
Yeah, I went with Molly once because like our offices are so close to each other, so I went with her once to like a little like, what was it, like an errand?
Well, because sometimes I just have to go run errands, like and like buy fabric and buy like trims and stuff, and then like go bring it to the factory. So I got to bring Levet with me, and it was so fun.
But it was so crazy because everyone was like, "Molly, we love you. Hi, Molly!" Like everyone was saying hi to her. Like she was saying hi to everyone. I was like, "Wow, this is crazy."
Yeah, it's fun. That's good.
So nice.
And it's so nice to be able to get up out of your seat, because like working, and then you get to like go type. Whenever I'm like bored of like typing, then I like go get to run my errands and stuff, and then come back. Yeah, it's nice to be outside.
Yeah, and now that the weather's getting better too, which is why I was just sniffing.
Sweating in factories is my number one. It's so hot in there. They don't know how to put on the AC.
Oh hell no.
Yeah, and then all the irons and stuff gets real sweaty.
I hate that.
Yeah.
Molly just saw Charlie XCX this past weekend. Do you want to talk about that?
Yeah, it was so crazy fun. I've been having a weekend of concerts, so like
yeah. Oh my god, wait, Rico Nasty.
Yeah, so we went to Rico on Saturday, and she's like one of my like main girls. Like I've seen like I've like seen her 3 times. I like started seeing her. First time I saw her was like in 2018, and I was like so excited, and just like I was like in high school and college, I was like the only thing I listened to was like girl rap, like all the girls, like Flo Milli, Meg Thee Stallion, Rico, like all of those girls. I just love them so much, and I love how they say their words. And I got to see Rico again. It was so fun. I got a little busted up in the mosh pit, but all in good fun. You know
what happened?
It was just like I was in they did some like just girls only like mosh pits and stuff.
Wait, that's so cute.
Yeah. So I was like, I love, because I just have a lot of energy, and I'm like a good one. I can like bang around in the pit a little bit. But then someone like kind of, I was like had my hands up, and then someone like hit my hand, and then I like hit my lip, and then I started like to bleed a little bit. But it's all better. And I thought my tooth was fucked up from it, but it's fine.
Oh yeah, better now. No, it's perfect.
So it was perfect and amazing and fun, and I love Rico.
Wait, but I didn't even know that they do girl moshes. Like, so is Rico like, all right?
It was like before, it was like when the DJ, and I think he just saw like people getting like thrashed around a bit too hard, and he was like, all right, now just like girls only in the mosh pit. So like it's more fun. It's fun to do that kind of stuff, because like no, they're not like, you're not trying to get hurt. Like no one's trying to hurt you. They're just trying to like bang around and have a good time. So.
Yeah. Oh my god,
it's
that's
really
so
cute.
Nice.
I love when like girls mosh. I'm like, pretty.
Everyone's a bunch of ballerinas.
Yeah. I know, we're literally like, it's like barely a mosh, but now we're like, but yeah, so I did Rico. That was so fun. And then yesterday I went to Charlie, which was batshit insane. it was crazy. She
Yeah.
is the number one girl. I really
She's
wish
the girl.
I wish I went to a sweat tour because like Troye
Sivan
is my like blue, as like a gay teenager who didn't know she was gay yet.
Yeah.
Like Blue Neighborhood changed my fucking life. Like if anybody knows the trilogy music video series that for Blue Neighborhood, it was insane. It was like, do you know about this?
I literally don't know. You have to educate me and the
it's
viewers.
like a story of like Troy and like an actor of like them like being gay, but like the dad like doesn't approve or whatever, and it's like 3 songs on the album that he made like music videos, but it's like a story.
I
love
that.
So they all went together, and I was like the biggest ally.
I
was just like, oh my god, like I felt it in my soul, and I was like, wow, like but yeah, that was not the case.
Yeah.
So I wish I saw Troy. Hopefully I'll end up seeing Troy at some point in my life.
I kind of expected, like, one would think that Troy would be on this tour.
I wonder if he's going to the Met Gala, because like I was expecting that, because like also I was like, oh, maybe she'll bring Lorde out because like everyone's here, like so for the Apple dance, Rosie from Blackpink was the Apple girl, and it was so crazy. Everyone was going insane. It was so fun. But I thought like she would bring out like Lorde or Troy because they're probably all going,
and it's like the last day
already there for the Met Gala today, so
that would make sense.
But alas, it was still amazing, and I was kind of scared to like jump in my seat because we were like so up high and it's so steep up there,
right?
That like I was like jumping, but like also like scared of falling. I was like 2 feet had to be planted on the ground the whole time, but you know, we were making the best of it.
What's like the best song that she performed live?
I really liked Everything Is Romantic, like randomly. Like, I mean, not randomly because I do love that one, but like I liked it more than I thought I would, I think. And I love Talk Talk too.
Ooh.
So she's your favorite on Brat?
I like Club Classics.
Yeah.
I'm like blanking out because honestly, I haven't heard the album I haven't played the album again until yesterday.
Yeah.
Because I was like, oh, Molly's there right now. I'm going to listen to them.
Yeah.
And so Amar and I were listening to that album again when we were playing Fortnite.
Cute.
But I feel like I'm blanking out, but like all I could think of right now is Club Classics.
Yeah. Last summer was crazy, and like just also listening to that album now is so nostalgic for that summer.
100%.
It's really crazy. Like, it's been a while since there's been an album like of the time, for me at least. Like, I mean, I think it just felt like every single person on the planet Earth was listening to it. So you just like knew what I felt like. I was on the train and I was like, I know that bitch is listening to Brat. I was like, every person on this train is listening to Brat, and it just felt like so.
It was so community.
Like,
it was so timely. Like her putting that out before summer, like pre-summer. That was crazy.
And you could almost feel like, you know, when you're like living through a time where like this is gonna be written in the history books. Like this was like how we felt like at the time. I was like, we're gonna look back on this summer and be like, oh my god, like this was amazing, and it did.
And I think definitely living specifically in New York City with that album playing in the summer,
Everything is romantic.
No, literally. Like, do you remember when Rash reopened and apparently A.G. Cook was gonna go there, and so was Charlie XCX?
Yes, and then they didn't. I remember Abdallah saying that he like was trying to go for then, and it didn't work out.
They didn't go, but like just like the hype, like all of that, like that was such an era.
Yeah.
And now it's gone.
What a crazy vibe.
And like earlier today, Molly and I were talking about how we're just growing up.
Yeah. It's cute. My brain's fully developed now. I just had I just had my birthday party like last weekend or the weekend before. And it was really fun.
Oh yeah, talk about it. Talk about the theme and everything.
I love a theme. I love to plan an occasion where everyone has to dress up, and I love having friends that also plan an occasion to dress up. So I did Alice in Wonderland themed. It was like a cute little tea party moment. I wore like this craziest Betsy Johnson
beautiful fucking
pink
dress,
tulle like out to here dress, and like a little top hat. And it was so cute, and I was so glad everyone could come, and we had snacks and we had drinks,
and everyone came so cute too. Like,
shout out Natalie and David,
literally,
because like they looked so good. Everyone looked so good, but the top hats were like really
bringing
up the vibe.
and Molly had like really cute decor and like huge cards.
Yeah,
I
got
really like the
8.5
cards
by 11 deck of cards.
I really like those.
Yeah, I have leftover ones if you want some.
And I might get some.
Yeah.
So
yeah, it was fun. I love a theme. Yeah, it's kind of like I have to figure out like what I'm gonna do for Halloween. I'm like already thinking about it because like it's kind of like a thing that I love to do, because here's the thing is that like I love sewing and I love making clothes, but I'm not that good at it. So I feel like I'm creating waste sometimes when I like sew something and it doesn't go right, and then I'm like, oh, like I can't do anything with this, or like I can wear it myself, but then once I'm tired of wearing it, I can't like sell it to anyone because it looks good from the outside, but it doesn't look good on the inside. So I'm like, no one wants to buy this. So I really like am trying to be like intentional about like when I'm making stuff instead of just like all the time, because I don't want to like make waste. But for Halloween and stuff, it's like, oh, there's purpose, there's an occasion, you can like go full out.
Like we should preface for like the people that don't know you guys, Molly is crazy every Halloween.
It's really fun. Yeah. So that was like the first like one that I like to fashion reference for Halloween. So like the first one that I did was like an Alexander McQueen, the like spray paint dress where she with the robot and
we'll clip it. We'll put a photo too. And we'll put the video too that went viral on TikTok.
Yeah. So that was really fun because I like was posting videos on TikTok before, but I never like I had like only a few followers or whatever. But I just love like posting my outfits too, and posting your outfits kind of feels like it makes you like think harder about them, because then I like look at them, and it's also fun to just have your like closet diary, like and so but then when I posted that video, like so many people like liked it, and
it got big.
People liked it and liked not like they appreciated it, not like liked it, but and it was really cool. I think the best part that came out of that was like I got to like be engaged with the New York City like fashion TikTok community, and like I my friend Laurel, like I met her like on TikTok, and like we like just like having mutuals and stuff. Like I never really took advantage of that on like when people were like on Tumblr and like all that kind of stuff.
No, the internet's
like,
crazy.
I'd never really like got into that stuff, so I felt like it feels so like baby, like teenager when you like have your mutuals and you like comment on everyone's posts and stuff.
We all got that one oomph.
Yeah. You were on Tumblr, right? Like,
I was, but I was on like One Direction Tumblr.
Fabulous.
And, like, you know, like 2014.
Yeah, I was on like my Vine was like all pure surveillance Stephen Simon's edits.
Wait, I love that so much.
Yeah, so that was like the only thing I was seeing on my Vine, but so I got to like experience that, and it was really cute, and I met some cool people. Like literally from that one video I like made friends, so like that was really cool, and then it kind of got me like excited to do more stuff. So then next year for Halloween I did another Alexander McQueen look, which was like I'm like forgetting the show now, but it's like the light up one.
Oh my god, that was crazy.
So I had like it was like I'm like blanking on what the show is. It was for Givenchy, Alexander McQueen for Givenchy, but it was like all light up red, and I like had like
so beautiful.
I had like 18 batteries on me, and I was like, and I was here at Lovey's apartment, and I was literally like, I had to keep, so it was like a shower curtain, and that I made, and it was so basically like wearing all plastic with nothing underneath it, so it was literally like so hot and sweaty, and I was just remember being like, I gotta take this off, and then like people being like, put it back on, and I was like, I can't.
It was so beautiful.
It was really fun, so I love that. And then the best most recent one was for David's birthday party. We did the Hunger Games, and
my god,
that was also Alexander McQueen. There's kind of a theme, but and it was like the butterfly one from the Hunger Games that Effie wore.
I was not able to see that in person, but Molly sent me a photo of what she was wearing, and I was like, oh, what the?
That one was fun. I love like when I think it's fun to like solve a problem, because right, like all these crazy couture looks, it's like, how the fuck am I gonna do that with like $100?
Yeah.
Like, and then you like problem solving of like, okay, well, like, and there's some looks that are more like DIY-able than others, and you have to like figure out like how you're gonna like go about that, because I'm not like the best at like, I'm not like boning shit. Like I'm gonna make it like look like arts and crafts, you know, like it's like not serious.
Yeah, it's like what you said earlier, like it's gonna look really good outside, but then inside
don't
it's
look
gonna be
too close, please.
It'll be a little cookie crazy.
10 feet away. Yeah, but so yeah, those are like my really fun things I like. I'm gonna figure, I kind of want to do
wait, you should wait, actually go ahead.
I was like kind of want to do the one, I think it's Jean-Paul Gaultier, that's like the tin, like it's like tin strips of tin.
You gotta give me a reference, girl.
I don't know. I was thinking of doing that one, so I might do that, but I don't know.
For this Halloween, that would be so good. Molly also made this one, like there was like this one birthday party that we went to in a church, but she made like a clown costume. Yeah. But that was so good.
That was funny because I like literally made that like the week before, like before I even realized that there was a clown party happening.
So coincidental.
Because I was like really. I think it was Christopher John Rogers did like a collection where it was like a bunch of clown inspired outfits, and I was like, I need that. Yeah. And so I was like, I'm making a clown costume, and I was like fully prepared to just wear it to work, and but then Lovey was like, we're going to this clown party, and I was like, perfect. I have like actually the most bestest thing I could possibly like need to wear. So yeah, that
and we'll
was
clip
really
it too. We're literally clipping everything that you're talking about because it just looks too good. But and then also this past Halloween, Molly helped me make my Halloween costume. That was fun. But that was also like that was fun, and it was super stressful for the both of us. And like to this day, I apologize for just like the amount of stress. But it was so fun to like be hands-on with Molly and actually like see her like work, because you also don't do like, I'm blanking on the word, but like print, like what's the word, like
patterns,
yeah, like so you don't actually copy like actual patterns, like she just like makes it from her head.
Well, so like yeah, it depends on what it is. Like if it's something like super fitted, then I'll like begrudgingly use a pattern. I think it was also like when I learned how to sew and stuff, like Mariah taught me how to sew. And like she never used patterns. Like she would just like chop shit up, like just like lay fabric on the floor, and just like once you know the basic shapes of like what a sleeve is supposed to look like, and like all of these kinds of things, you can kind of just like, I like measure my arm, and then I'm like, okay. And it's like, obviously like that's not the best way to do things, and that's why it doesn't look good close up, but I don't have patience for that. And so you just gotta like do a couple measurements, do a little math, and then just like chop, like make a shape with your scissors that like is kind of like in the basic form of what it's supposed to look like. That's how I really like to work, because
also you save money.
Yeah. And I can't, like, I love to steal a pattern from work, but, and then I bring it back, but I can't like focus on so many things at once. I think that's really the thing. Like if I have a idea in my brain, it's like main focus is like getting it out of my head as fast as possible. And like I don't want to like I want to see it, and so I'm like all the prep work and stuff is just like not my first priority.
Did you ever want to become a fashion designer?
No. I wanted to do like more merchandising at first, and then I was like, no,
like e-commerce,
like I wanted to be like a buyer.
Okay.
But you know when like you are in high school and like you don't know what jobs are actually in the fashion industry, like I was like I heard of someone that was because I didn't know anyone in fashion when I was like growing up, and so I was like had very limited access to like that kind of like knowing what was out there. And so I was like, oh, I knew about buyers, so I was like, okay, that sounds cool. But then when I was touring colleges, they were like, oh, product development, and it's like a mixture of like doing design and doing merchandising classes. And like the minute they said that word, I was like, that is what I want to do.
Sold.
Yeah, so literally sold. And it honestly worked out great, because I got my degree in fashion merchandising and a concentration in product development, and my job is I'm a product development associate, so, and I love it. So it's like,
again, she's Princess Diana, so.
I'm like using my degree as fuck. Like, but honestly, like I didn't really, I did learn stuff, but like it's crazy how much stuff they don't teach you.
Like what do you mean?
In school, like just
business
like all
wise?
the tech side of stuff, like how pattern making and like grading and like all the production like sides. But yeah, they just don't really teach you like how are you supposed to, I guess it's just really like internships and stuff. But I'm like, how are you supposed to like learn about like measuring a garment and like just production, all the production sides of things. I don't really like marking and grading. Like, I don't really know. I mean, maybe my school, I went to Colorado State University, so not the top fashion school. So maybe at FIT they're teaching you those things, but I am not aware if that's true or not. I feel like they always say though, like real world experiences, like where you're going to learn the most and stuff too. But it's crazy.
Do we want to talk about like our nightmare our fashion internships?
You go first.
Okay. I think for me, I'm going to like bleep out the names.
Fabulous.
But, do you want me to bleep yours out also?
No.
Okay.
I see him like every once in a while at one of our factories, and I like death stare him each time, and he avoids my eye contact.
You're like, you gave me trauma. So when I first moved to New York, okay, actually, I don't know if some of you know, but like my close friends know, I moved here for fashion. And okay, let me tell you this. So I was in communications with some guy who worked at Vogue at the time. Like, I forgot his title, but his name is and like I was in communication with him throughout my entire last semester of my senior year. And I remember being like, oh, like I'd love to intern for you. I think he said, oh, he's a stylist.
Okay, cool.
And like I'd be like, oh, I'd love to intern for you. I'd love to like work with you. Like, and he'd be like gassing it up. And then when I finally told him that I bought a ticket to New York, I'm like, oh, like I'm moving. I like my innocent, naive ass thinking like this man would like immediately like hands down give me a job. He like completely was like, oh, like I remember being on the plane and seeing his email, and he was saying like, he was like, oh, like I'm sorry, like we can't work together. Like I'm not like hiring any interns at the moment. And I was like, oh, like this fucking
Wait, you were on
sucks.
the plane to move there?
I was already like, yeah, and I like lied to my parents, and I was like, yeah, I have a job in New York. Like, I'm gonna work with this stylist. I did not know.
I knew, like, I remember you talking to like the Vogue like guy, but I didn't remember the full story. That's crazy.
And so he completely like 180'd my ass, and I remember being on the plane and being like, fuck, I don't have a job, I don't have anything.
Oh my god.
And so once I got here, like I freaked out, whatever, had to like sort out some like housing shit. But like back to fashion, I ended up working for and I was like so like rose petal eyed, like, oh my god, like I'm in the city and I'm working for an Asian designer, like this is amazing. She was a bitch. She was like she was so mean, like so she had like 3 other interns and then like an assistant. And I remember like the minute her assistant would leave, she would like talk smack about her. She'd be like, oh my god, like did you see what she was wearing? Or like one time her assistant walked in and she was like, oh, like your nails aren't done, like are you okay?
Is it like in the budget for me to get my nails done? Like what the fuck?
Right. And like granted, I think I had like a lot of experience compared to the other interns, so I was like, I want to get hired by her. And I ended up finding out that she hired this other intern because like when I was in college I interned for like Jonathan Simkai virtually, and so I was like, oh my god, like let me work for you. But she was just so mean and cutthroat and like completely hurt my feelings. It was so bad. And then I ended up working for IMG for a minute. Patty Melt's hungry. I'm gonna text Amari to come. But I ended up working for IMG for a minute. And did I tell you about like the whole bathroom thing or like the whole like hallway thing?
I don't think so.
So like they gave all of the interns like to put our stuff down was a hallway next to the bathroom. And then like every single time interns. Yeah. It was so crazy. And then like literally a hallway with like a table in the middle. Next to the bathroom. And then I remember like every time I would report to them, the like project manager, whatever, would only look at like the 2 white girls and not me.
That shit is so intentional. Yeah. That's insane.
Yeah. So that like my experience with fashion.
Yeah.
And I mean, I will say, and I always say this, that like the 2 designers that I worked with that I really think are so like genuine and really good to their workers or like to their team is Theophilio and Willie Chavarria. Like so good. Like you feel the community. The only reason why I didn't stay with Willie Chavarria was because it was all men.
Yeah.
And like I didn't feel
It's also like fun to like work on like fashion stuff that you like are gonna want to wear and stuff. It is good to see like there's such like a one side and another side. I feel like it's really like only ever like really bad or like really good.
Yeah. What's your experience?
So mine was just like okay. So this man previously, Romeo Hunt, he basically had like his head so high up because he did a collab with Tommy Hilfiger.
Okay.
And so then like after that he was like, oh my god, I'm the shit, like blah 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 blah. And he had no money. Literally his office was I don't know if it still is, in the basement of a preschool. I don't know why the fuck.
Where is this, in Manhattan or Brooklyn?
No, it was like Fort Greene.
Okay.
It was literally insane. I don't know why any of us 20-year-old interns were like allowed in this preschool, like with like thinking about that, like what if we're like bad people,
right?
Like and they just like have no vetting and they just like rent out the space in this preschool, and there would literally be like kids like around and stuff, and it was like so tiny and crazy. And then like it was literally just insane because he didn't know what he was doing. And like I could even though I didn't know what I was doing, I could tell that he didn't. And at one point FIT literally said, so he went to FIT and they said like he couldn't have interns from their school anymore. Like if someone interned with him from FIT, they wouldn't receive school credit for it because they got so many complaints about him from FIT students. So he literally got like discredited from his own like alma mater, which is crazy. And he was just like so rude and wouldn't pay anybody. Like, and then like people would be like calling me being like, hey, like, where's my payment? And like, that's very prevalent in the fashion industry, is like, especially because you're working with a lot of freelancers, is that like, it's hard to get like, you just like, you know, everyone knows like those invoices are late. They're due and they're not being paid, and it's hard to track people down like that, especially when it's for like a couple $100.
What a shit man.
Yeah, so he just didn't have any money, and he like probably should just like move to like the middle of nowhere and just like live on a farm or something, because I really don't think he's like suited to like work with like other human beings.
Oh my god. Wait, I've never seen his designs before. You said he had a collaboration with Tommy Hilfiger. Oh, Tommy Hilfiger.
Yeah, they're like cute, but yeah, every time I like see him in one of the factories that we use, he's like in there sometimes, not making production, just doing sampling. But like that's the thing, is like all these people like make so many samples, and it's like, but you don't have any orders. And then they go, oh, it's made to order, but it's like, it's not made to order. It's just you don't have any like you don't have any orders.
Yeah.
So they just say like, try to sound fancy by being like made to order 1 of 1 pieces, but it's just like, it's just a sample. But anyways, every time I go to the factory and I see like him in there, I like tell the owner of the factory, I'm like, don't work with him, he's so mean.
You're so funny. I love that.
I'm like, I want to look out for the people. I want to make sure my people get paid.
Yeah.
And he won't pay them. Anyways, enough bitching
was
about
this
him,
was this a paid internship?
No.
Okay. Yeah. Same for my one.
The
Same
fashion
for all of
industry
them, actually.
is run on interns, and it's really crazy.
Yeah.
But I love my current job, and they let me learn so much, and I love everybody at my job, and they're all my best friends. And
That's so
I also
sweet.
especially love my pattern maker at work. She's like literally my mother, and she feeds me, and she also teaches me about patterns, and I can ask as many questions as I want to around there, and no one ever makes me feel stupid.
I love that. Whenever I think about like the fashion industry and going back into it, you're literally one of the people that I think about that got it good.
Yeah.
Like you got like the good side of it.
Yeah,
Because I feel like I only experienced like,
well, I think it's because
bad.
I think it's because I'm not working for like a prestigious brand. Like,
okay, yeah.
So like I think a lot of these like we don't do like runway shows or anything. It's really like more like, it's a small production. We do like 300 units of like stuff. So I think that's the sweet spot, is like these smaller brands that are still not like super elite, because like you don't want to be doing mass production, but like you also don't like, I do want to like, obviously I would love to like work on like I see those Tom Brown girls walking around and
they look crazy
Tom Brown fits
down 34th.
like, damn, like but also I know like that shit is tough.
Yeah.
Like my boss, she worked for Tom Brown like a long time ago, and she was just like how many times there was like they were there till like 3 a.m. like working on like all this like crazy stuff like looks for the runway show like the next day and stuff. It's really like, which like if I was gonna do that, like now would be the time, right? Because we're like young,
we're young,
we don't have like, I don't have any responsibilities really,
but still it's like,
but it's scary. And it's also like scary too when you're like I feel very comfortable
right
in my position, and I'm scared
yeah
to not feel comfortable. I'm like, I have it so good, but you know, you have to like
I literally
be out of your comfort zone a little bit.
I definitely hear from like some of our friends about like working for bigger like brand named establishments and how it like drains them. Like I'll bleep it out, but like for example, like I remember when was talking about how working with so much just like drained her, and she was so tired of it. And also like, do you know she's like been to a few of the parties,
maybe
like but she's definitely like she's been with for 5 years and she's like, I'm done. And I met one of her mutual friends at like another party, and she was saying like, oh yeah, I'm out of there, like thank God.
I think it's like hard when like your like position or whatever like makes you not like your like hobby anymore, you know.
And I honestly hope that never happens to you.
I think it's, I like have a good balance now, and I'm trying to like get into like other, or like feed the other hobbies as well, in order to still like not like fashion and like not be completely burned out of it and stuff. So like I love going to the library. Everyone go to the picture collection at the Bryant Park not museum, the Bryant Park Library. The picture collection, it's on like the first floor. It's on the first floor. The picture collection, it's like all alphabetized and like and it's just like folders of a bunch of pictures, and you go in the binder, and then you just like, they have every single subject, and it's all like categorized like crazy. And then like it's really good if you're doing like a research project or something, and then you're like looking for something specific, because it'll be like garments 1800s blouses, and then like there's like a whole section like just on that, and then you like take out the folders and you go sit down and you just like look at all the photos.
Structured.
And they have like a scanner, so you can just like scan any of the images that you want. And it's so pretty and gorgeous in there, and there's no one really ever in there, and anyone that I meet, I tell them to go, so everyone should go. It's really fun, and it's quiet and nice, and
ooh, noted. Yeah,
it's fun. They have every kind of subject ever, so if you're like,
when do you usually go?
After work. There's like a couple of days of the week that they're open till 8 p.m. and then like most of the days I think they're only open till like 6 or 6:30, but there's like 2 days of the weekday that they're, and now thank God that the library is open on Sundays now again, because if you guys don't know, last year or something, Eric Adams
and we're not bleeping that name.
Eric Adams cut the library funding. And so all the libraries in, I think like New York or like New York City, like, closed on Sundays, which is crazy day to pick, because like,
that's like a chill day. That's like a chill
day that most people go to the library. Yeah. But the reason they did Sundays is because a lot of libraries were already closed on Sundays. And so it like affected the least amount of like branches or whatever. But anyways, then everyone signed the petition. I signed a petition, and then they got the funding back. And so we're open on Sundays again. So please go to the library on Sunday so they know that it matters.
I think I saw one time on TikTok that you posted something about like having a New York City ID can get you X, Y, and Z.
The culture pass. Yes. So everyone get your library card and then go to culturepass.nyc or .gov. I think it's .nyc. And you can get a culture pass, which is insane because you can get free entry to every museum in New York once a year, and you basically just have to sign, and there's so many stuff on there, like there's no way you would be able to go through it all anyways. So you just have to sign up like a little bit in advance. But there's also like other things besides for museums, like the botanical gardens are on there. Even like the ice skating rink in Central Park was on there. Like there's all this crazy stuff, and like only the main big ones you have to sign up like super in advance. Like the smaller museums and stuff, you can do it like the day of. But you get so much free stuff. And
you get so much free stuff.
Yeah.
I remember also seeing on that same post about how like you can literally rent out a studio like to record music.
Or like music instruments too and stuff. You can.
That's insane.
Like check them out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. There's so many resources, and there's also a rooftop on top of the library, not the Bryant Park one, but the one across the street from it. There's a rooftop, and it's really nice to read books on the roof up there.
And now that the weather's getting better, then you have to go do it.
Yes.
Now.
We're gonna be on rooftops.
I know
on
we
streets
are.
With my Aperol Spritz. I'm like a recent lover of an Aperol Spritz.
Really?
I didn't like it until like last summer, and
wait, I think I've tried it. Is that the really bitter one?
It's like orange.
Okay, no, never mind. There's something that I drank that I remember.
It is bitter, but like it's like orange color.
No, there's like a clear one with an olive. What's that one called?
A martini?
I think so.
Like a dirty martini?
Yeah.
I don't like that kind of stuff.
That so much.
I'm like, you're drinking just straight alcohol?
I know.
I've never tried it because I'm scared. Some people say it's good.
Yeah.
I love an espresso martini.
I love an espresso martini. I love a lychee martini.
Lychee martini.
Wait, can we talk about our girl, or should we gatekeep her?
Verlaine?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone
knows.
But it's our place.
It's not. Yeah. Well, yeah.
Well, Molly put me on.
I had some friends like that introduced me to it, and they'd been going there for like 10 years and stuff.
I remember we went to like a I'm blanking on the word. It was for fashion though, and it was like an eco-friendly fashion event that we went to. I think in like Lower East Side. And then after that, you were like, "Oh, you want to go to Verlaine?" And I was like, "Oh, yeah, but I don't have my ID." Yeah. And then we were like, "Let's just see it anyway. Like, maybe they'll let you in."
No.
And then they didn't let me in.
No.
But the next time that we did go, that was a life changer.
Yeah,
and like,
it's really good. They have like, now they're $8. They used to be $6, but the $8 lychee martinis, for like happy hour or whatever. It's really cute. But we went to, I remember what we went to. It was like this talk.
Sustainable. Like, yeah. I just definitely feel that like if I look back on my 20s, Verlaine is going to be like a core branch.
It's like Brat, Verlaine.
Like just the amount of like memories and experiences that we've had there are so like.
One of the most recent times that I left Verlaine, I needed gauze at the end of it.
Wait, what?
I literally... They'll get you. One thing about those lychee martinis is like they're gonna get you bad. Bad. And like so basically I had like a good amount of lychee martinis, and then I like walked out onto the street and was like going to the next bar or whatever. And then those like when the trees, and they have like the little like mini fence that like protects the trees, with like black metal little fence. Yes. I basically like tripped on that and fell into the dirt and skinned my whole knee. Like all this part of my leg was like bleeding, and it was really not fun.
Molly, but I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I'm very clumsy though, like normally.
Wait, I didn't know about that. Let me see it now. Are you okay?
Yeah,
or do you want to show us?
Last year.
Oh, okay. That's crazy though. No, I feel like we always almost reach like death point whenever we're at Verlaine. Like and also if you've ever been to Verlaine, it's like so like it's not that type of girl. Like it's not like rager. It's like, oh, let's like sit down. But like those drinks are so strong. Yeah. Like the amount of times that I and Abdallah have like ran to the bathroom to like pull trig, like they're so strong.
Yeah, it's really fun. I think we're moving on from Verlaine a little bit though.
We kind of are, because we haven't been really going to her.
We're Hanks girls now.
We're kind of like into Hanks now.
We went like 2 times and we're like, we fuck Verlaine. But also Verlaine doesn't have outside seating, so there's that.
I know.
So Hanks, really fun vibe. Everyone should go. I know probably everyone's already been in. I'm just discovering it now, but it's fun vibe.
She's in Bushwick.
Yeah.
Is she like, Hanks? I mean, yeah, she could be definitely. Like they them. She's like, it's like sock, you know. Totally. Yeah. But like Hanks is so good, and recently this past weekend we discovered that they have really good food. Did you like their fries?
Yeah, they were good.
I loved their burger.
Yeah, I love any place. They didn't have a veggie burger though. Do better.
Yeah.
You're in Bushwick, a bar in Bushwick, and you have like 8 different kinds of burgers, but no veggie burger.
You lost like half your demographic.
I'm like
with that
seriously
one.
confused.
Yeah.
One thing about me is I am vegetarian. And I don't like to bring it up really because I'm not that girl.
Yeah.
However, it does hinder my life sometimes.
Yeah.
Because I love hanging out with my friends, and
and your friends love to eat.
Love eating. We all love eating. Sometimes it's not really giving vegetarian though.
Yeah.
No.
But I like to be mindful of that, I think.
Yeah.
I mean, there's definitely been times where I'm like, oh, like, let me see their menu if they have anything for Molly, though.
I remember I love like your birthday time because it's like right around Pride and like being Pride in New York. Also, like it's the perfect weather.
It's like so gay.
It's like so gay, perfect. Like Pride, and then I'm like Pride and Lovey's birthday, and then like that was like so that day that we like I came to your birthday party, but we had like met up at Pride before, I think the day before or something.
Yes.
And then you guys were all going to Hot Pot, and then you were like, "Do you want to come?" And I was like, "Sure."
Yeah.
And I was like, I feel like I'm like intruding crazy right now, but it was so cute and fun, and I was like, "Oh my god, I have friends."
But the thing is that I met you the first birthday I was here, and then that happened the next birthday. So it's like I'm just always Molly and I and birthdays and Pride are so like
so good.
Yeah, I invited you to get Hot Pot, and it was so nice because they also had like a veggie option, but also it was just so nice to have Molly there.
Yeah, I'm really excited for Pride this year. I think it's gonna be big.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
What are
I
you
really
doing?
want to go to that like Ladyland festival.
I'm down.
They have
I don't know.
It's like under the K Bridge. I've never been there before, but
is it annual?
Last year I think it's like Pride weekends like every year. Yeah.
Okay.
And it's like I'm pretty sure last year like Arca went, and I was like really sad.
Wait, really?
I really want to see Arca really bad.
Do you think she'd or do you think they perform again?
I don't know. But anyways, I want to like do fun things and not get really, really scary drunk.
Yeah. Let's like
because
enjoy.
Don't drink those like things, jungle juice that they're selling on the side of the street.
No.
Because like your tongue will be blue and you will be not well.
Honestly, yeah, no, you're right. Like I'm not even being biased because like Pride falls on my birthday, but like it's such a nice week. Like everyone is just so like you can tell the city is so in love and happy.
Yeah, it's so cute.
And everyone's just celebrating and like the weather is perfect. Everyone's out at a park and it's like perfect.
Yeah, I'm excited.
And everyone's
it's good.
just down.
Yeah. Sometimes I get a little nervous because I'm like, oh my god, the summer's gonna be like so like fun to
crazy,
the point
hectic.
of like where I'm scared. Like but then I feel like I have good like people, like I have a good mixture. I feel like we do have like friends that want to go out and friends that don't. Like I love hanging out with Luke because he really like is like, let's leave. Yeah. And I'm like, true. And like I just feel like he's really good at like
putting that boundary
realizing when to leave and stuff. And also Abdallah's really good at that too.
Really?
Like, but in a different way. Luke's like wanting to leave after like 2 drinks, and Abdallah's like, we're like hanging out until like 4 a.m. and then I'm like chatting everybody's ears off and being like probably really annoying, and Abdallah's like, we should leave, and I'm like because we don't know, we're like at someone's random house that we don't know. Okay. And
that's
it's like
when
it's like the end of the party, but it's like I'm like, no, let's stay, and it's like, why? It's like 4 a.m. like, don't stay with these people.
Yeah, I feel like there's just gonna be so much of that though this summer, which I'm so excited about.
I do want to like go out dancing more though.
Me too. Can we go dancing more?
Yeah.
But did we not do that last year?
We did. I guess maybe I'm just like don't remember because it's like
winter was so fucking long.
It was so long and scary. I was scared.
I know.
But where are we going dancing this year?
Bossa Nova?
Yeah.
Do you like bossa?
I like it.
I think bossa's a vibe.
I was just like, I want more places that have music with words.
True though.
Is that like, does everyone hate me?
No. I get what you're saying because
I like to sing.
no, and it's very Bushwick to have like house techno music.
And I love that. And that is a vibe.
Love it so much. But sometimes I just want to sing.
Like, I just want to know the song. You know what's been fun? I've been to a couple times. David took me there. Is the Rosemont.
Never been.
It's cute. It's small and very gay.
Where is she? In Brooklyn?
Mm-hmm. I don't know where.
But they play
like music.
Like music.
Mm-hmm. I remember too in the summer when it was like every single place was like Charlie XCX dance party.
Yeah.
And it was just like that. I remember like being there and they were playing it.
Literally Market Hotel, this one club that's like near us, is also doing another Charlie XCX thing this week. I'm
like, yeah, I just went to no, I didn't go, but I saw it. I was like Charlie XCX themed hot yoga class.
What?
And I was like, rock on. I just went to a
wait, should we?
I know it already passed, but because I think it was like for her like 4 nights or whatever.
Yeah.
But I just went to a pop punk themed yoga class.
Wait, what?
It was fabulous. The one I go to Heatwise in Bowery.
Wait, you never told me that your yoga classes are fun. Capital F
fun.
I thought they were just yoga classes.
No, well, so some of them are. So they have like certain classes that are like a themed. It's just like a themed playlist or whatever.
Do they also go at 7 a.m.?
Those ones were like later in the day.
Oh, okay. I was like, damn, like a punk.
Listening to pop punk at 7 a.m.
yoga class.
I only do that if I'm really mad.
Yeah, true.
I like wake up listening to. No, but it was so fun. I love hot yoga. I feel like I'm getting really strong.
Yeah,
and also,
I love that.
It's like I want to be stronger. Like I want to like. Imagine if I was just buff.
That'd
could be a vibe.
Crazy.
Like I want like huge arm muscles.
Really, Emily?
Not like huge, but like
toned.
I want you to be able to see that I have muscles when I'm not flexing my arm.
You want to be toned.
Yeah.
You want to be like Zoe Kravitz.
Yes.
I want to be like Zoe Kravitz too.
Yes, like that. I love and like Miley Cyrus.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Perfect girls.
Yeah, so I want to do that. I don't know if I can get there with just hot yoga.
Pilates. Yeah, it's a Pilates summer, I think.
I'm scared of Pilates.
But I'm down to go with you.
Yeah, I would do it with you because I'm like scared to go by myself. I wouldn't know anything.
We should do Pilates. We should do
Pilates or like
I do both.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I find that I'm better at mat.
Yeah, I'm not coordinated enough for like the reformer. I feel like I would like I saw a video of someone like falling.
Oh hell no.
Out of it, and I was like, that would be me. Like as fuck.
I just feel like with the machine it's like so much more technical and like you have to all like at the same time you're following the instructor and like kind of getting do you like feel pressure like, when you're at classes like kind of like not pressure but like oh like we're moving on to this but I don't know I feel like the machine adds that pressure because it's like you have to change the weights
yeah like you're more focused on like what you're doing next than like actually like the workout part of it almost like you I'm sure like once you get like super like used to it and it's like but you would have to know it
it's like muscle
really
memory
well in order to like that's why I feel like routines are like too complicated that it's like I'm like wait I'm not even like I'm like confused.
Yeah, do you have ClassPass?
Yeah,
I love it.
Me too.
I only did like the free trial though for like really a month. Should I get the subscription?
Yeah, probably. And your credits roll over, like, if you don't use them. And you can also use them for, like, getting your nails done and, like, food stuff if you don't use them. But, I mean, hot yoga classes are, like, a lot of credits, so you probably use them.
Which one are you paying for? Like, what billing?
I get, like, 50 credits.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but, like, some of my yoga classes are, like... 10, 12...
Okay.
15.
So she kind of runs out quick.
She runs out quick. I can do like one a week, but sometimes I like add more credits and then I pretend like I don't see it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
I guess a Pilates summer it is then.
I suppose.
Do you like running?
No.
Yeah. I think it's kind of boring. I can run for like 5 minutes and then like walk and climb.
I haven't tried running in a really long time.
It's fine.
I think that people are really cool when they do it, and it looks like very like when people run marathons and stuff.
That's like, crazy.
They're like Didn't Janet do one recently?
Janet did one.
Yeah, that looked really, like, I feel like it's so, like, community and cute, and, like, I love when everyone, like, you guys were waiting for her and stuff at the end. It's so cute and sweet, and I love doing that kind of stuff. I love supporting my friends, so, like, in anything that I'm like, oh my god, we can support our friends. Like, I love that kind of stuff. So I think that's, like, the community part of it is more important to me.
I get you. And like making the posters, coordinating everyone to come, like that type of thing is always so fun.
Coordinating something for someone is such like a act of love.
Yeah, that's true. What are your love languages? Your number one?
This is a good question. I don't know. I think it's either words of affirmation or physical touch.
Really?
Yeah. Maybe not. Maybe words of affirmation.
That's literally the same as me.
I love like touching my
No,
we
get you.
I want to be close to people at all times. Like I need like I remember like growing up and like with my friend, like I would always be like, we'd always be like holding pinkies. Like I'm literally Ariana Grande in this fucking bitch. Like I would like we would like fall asleep and like just like
that's so cute.
Like inching closer to each other and stuff. Like I've always been like needing to like have like one like hand of contact.
Yeah.
It just like makes it feel so like grounded and like peaceful and stuff.
I love that.
It's very depends on like who you're with, right? Like I have some friends that like we're not like do like physical touch at all, but then some friends I like will not be off on them. I also have a biting problem.
My girl does.
Yeah,
but that's only when you're drunk.
Only when I'm drunk. Yeah. So when I'm drunk, I like cute like. But it's bad. I do need to stop that. I also need to stop being mean to men. How do I stop being mean to men when I'm drunk? Because I've been thinking about this a lot.
Wait, really? Like it's actually bothering you?
It's bothering me because
who have you been mean to?
Like my friends' friends. Because I don't care if I'm drunk, if I'm mean
not gay men though, right?
No, straight men.
Okay.
But like I don't care if I'm mean to a stranger, because like. Whatever, but if I'm like my friends bringing around like one of their friends and then I'm like mean to them, it's like damn, like
yeah.
Because also like, I just want to be nice to everyone, and I know they're straight, but like it's more of a reflection on me than it is on them. Like if I'm being mean, like I don't like being mean. I want to be nice.
I get you. Yeah.
And I just get pretty like aggressive sometimes. Like not aggressive, but I'm just like, why would I give a fuck about you?
This is kind of like news to me. Like I've never seen you be mean, but I guess like all of our friends are like gay.
Yeah,
and, like,
that's not really. I will sometimes like hate a stranger around you guys, but like not really like a friend, because we don't really have that many like straight men friends.
Yeah, so this is like news
like
to me.
on my birthday when we're like that random guy started sitting at the table, and I was like. And he was like trying to be like, oh, I don't have any friends. And I was like, that sounds like a you problem. I literally said to him, I was like, normally if you don't have any friends, there's a reason. Like, that's so mean. Like, I need to stop. Like, I sound like a fucking bitch. Yeah. And I'm not. Really.
I mean, honestly, I guess, like, to be fair, if it makes you feel better, it's like, when are you going to see that man again? One.
I know, but I just feel like it's like invading my psyche.
Yeah. I guess... once you realize it's about to regurgitate like from your mouth, just stop.
I think I need to like heal my scary trauma with men. Yeah. Like it's not, I don't think it will actually ever get better until I'm like not scared of straight. I think it just comes from a place of being like scared and like being like cautious.
Yeah.
Where I'm like, cause I'm like not good at being like I get scared like easily, and then I think it just like comes out aggressively, which a lot of people have like that kind of like problem, like right when you're like sad or upset, instead of like acting out in like the emotion that you're actually feeling, it like comes out as like aggression or anger. And I don't normally have that problem, like except for when I'm drinking. Like I normally when I'm sad or upset, like I will just cry. Like I cry like if someone like yells at me, or like if someone like is mad at me or something. Same. I always just like want me to cry. Yeah. Same.
And that's also like something that I'm trying to work on. I'm trying to be more confrontational. And I think I'm doing a good job at it.
Yeah.
Because like I think with me, like in my like throughout my childhood, I was taught to just like shut up and just take it.
Yeah.
And just like people please as fuck. But I am also trying to like, instead of crying or like shutting down, just like trying to be more like confrontation about how I feel, because our feelings matter too. And I definitely think like our like subconscious comes out times 10 when we're drunk.
Yeah.
So you being mean to men when you're drunk is like just
a reflection of how I feel. Like,
yeah.
And I'm like, why are you talking to me? But I'm really like, please don't talk to me. Please don't. Go away. But also they don't like react well to that. Like, don't react well to you saying like, oh, please don't talk to me. That's like almost the thing too.
That's true.
Like if I say it in a nice way, like I remember like being in college and like this guy like trying to flirt with me, and I was like, oh, I'm gay. And he was like, oh, like it was like they react to that as like it's a challenge.
Yeah.
Like, and they're like, just push harder. And so I honestly feel like when I'm like super like towards them, it like scares them off like and stuff.
Yeah.
And so I'm like trying, because I almost feel like I'm like, I already know like being like nice and like asking nicely isn't gonna work for me, so I'm just gonna go to level 10 immediately,
right?
Which like isn't fair really, because that's not how everybody is, but like that's what I've learned works well,
right? Because like unfortunately the reality is that especially in those settings when you're outside and you're drinking and you're a woman, sometimes the only option is to be aggressive, because it's like, one, this guy is either gonna like continue being weird to you all night, and he's like not gonna get away from you and your friends, or like you just have to like fucking tell him like get away, like why
are you touching me? Like,
so then at the same time, I guess it honestly is fine in those settings.
But then when it carries over, it's just a problem. So I have to like create more of a line boundaries. Yeah, I hate when they like touch your waist when they're trying to get by you.
Ew.
Get your hands off of me.
What's the worst thing that a guy has ever done to you in that situation?
I'm like, oh, we're going there. No, just one, like a recent one I remember was just like, I was like sitting at the bar, and then these guys like were all at a table, and I like each one would come up to the bar, and I was like, get the fuck away from me. And then like they would send up like the next guy from their table, and like they were like literally like, oh, like it didn't work for you, like, and then having like each of their friends like go up and try to like talk to me, and I was like getting so pissed. And they like, he like, I don't remember, but he was like in my face, and it was like really weird.
That is like lame as fuck. Like that's so disgusting. Where was this at?
Abe's.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
I'm sorry that happened. Yeah, that's annoying.
C'est la vie, man.
I think I can't think of like an annoying time because Amari's always next to me.
Yes, thank God for Amari.
And you know what? I feel like people can smell when you're taken. Or like they can sense when you're taken.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's just being around a man.
I love when Amari's there. I love like,
it's like he like protects the girls.
I think even that's too when I like Luke, having Luke around, because like I don't know, like I think people like think we're like together sometimes.
We were just talking about this.
Yeah, so I'm like, when I like have Luke like next to me, I feel like better.
And I'll clip the photos of you guys looking like a couple when we were walking. But there was this one time I went to Jade, and Amar was actually like 3 people away from me, and I think it was like me, Abdallah, Ava, and Abdallah's friend Alyssa. And this guy walks in, and then he sees me, makes eye contact with me. I like look away, and then he comes back, and he does just like the cheesiest fucking pickup line,
bro.
He like, I'm not even joking, and like I can't make this shit up. It was so fucking. He was like, "Oh, I think you dropped your keys." And I was like, what? And like what we were saying, oh no, wait, I wasn't talking about this with you earlier, but I was talking about it with Catherine, about how like I love not bringing my keys around. Yeah. And I was like, I don't have keys. Yeah. And then he was like, the keys to my heart.
Girl.
I was like, you're weird.
When has that ever worked?
Yeah. I was like, okay.
Those are like the things they're like asking chat. They're like, how do I pick up a girl?
Right.
Like, please.
Yeah.
Go read a book. I don't know. Let's think. Reading books. I'm reading books.
Oh yeah. What are you reading?
I set my goal this year to read 15 books, which isn't a lot, but it's more for me than I normally do.
Is there a reason why you want to do 15?
I just felt like it sounded like a good number, and I think my sister did 30 last year, and she's like reading all the time, so I was like,
I love that.
Okay, I'll do like half of what she's doing.
Yeah.
I've been enjoying reading books. I think I'm starting to figure out like what genres that I like more and stuff. I love like a book. I always forget the fiction versus nonfiction, but the not real ones. Fiction books that feel like they could be real. Like I'm like, oh, this was written like about someone's life, and then I'm like look it up, and I'm like, oh, it's not real. Like I want it to have like a element of like how you can like understand it. And
I get
stuff.
you. Yeah.
But then it has like a little bit more like fantasy vibe
Ooh,
too.
Do you like sci-fi?
Yeah, kind of, I think, but I don't know. I need to like get more into it. Like I read this book Death Valley recently that's like about this girl like, and she like goes on a hike and she like feels like she's like tripping.
Don't know her, but that sounds interesting.
And she like sees her dad like in like it's like all spooky, but it's like I don't know. It was good. Yeah.
Oh my god.
I've been finding books, and I started my Goodreads.
Oh hell yeah. You should talk to Cami about books.
I know. I always watch her videos on the TikTok.
Yeah.
On the TikTok.
I remember starting the year and being like, I need to read at least 3 books before June, before my frontal lobe develops.
Right.
Did it happen? No.
Hey, how do you feel about your frontal lobe being fully developed? And also, we can rent cars. Big things coming.
True.
We could like literally rent a car for the day and like go to the beach.
That'd be so beautiful. We should do that in the summer. Can we please?
I want to, because like being on the train, like wet,
when we can just
is gnarly.
Get a car that would be so cute.
I'm really
can you
excited
imagine
to go
it?
surfing with a Maddie.
Oh my god! Wait, you guys should. True.
I want to go so bad. Like I'm so bad at it. Really horrible. I'm a fish. Some people. Here's this fun story. Switching gears. Speaking of fish, when I was in like 3rd grade, I was obsessed with dolphins. My mom doesn't think I'm autistic, but this story tells me otherwise.
Yeah.
I was so obsessed with dolphins. It was the only thing I thought about at all times. I would just read books about them. I wanted to be a dolphin trainer. I would draw pictures of them. I would draw pictures all the time, and I made everyone call me Splash, and I wrote it on my homework, and my teacher knew that I was called Splash.
That's honestly so fucking cute.
Yeah, it was a very difficult time. And then I drew a picture of a dolphin and I put it on my desk. And this boy, Samuel Miller, shout out, he stabbed holes in the picture of the dolphin, and then, bullied as fuck. And I didn't realize that I was being bullied.
Fuck you, Samuel.
Right? I'm sure he's like,
God knows what he's doing now. Yeah, like
he probably was going through it, you know. I did love when my mom would always say, like, whenever like someone was being mean, she was like everyone's going through something that you don't know about, and I feel like it like really like raised me with
that's so mother
big sense of like empathy for others 100%. And like understanding the bigger picture instead of just like so
narrow-minded.
Yeah, that's like I really like when I'm like I love being, I feel like my view on life is so broad.
Molly and I are such empaths, honestly.
I don't have any water in my chart. Isn't that crazy? I'm a Taurus sun, Virgo rising, Capricorn moon.
Wait, you're a Virgo rising, so am I.
Mm-hmm.
Hey. That's so nice. I did not know that.
Yeah, I have so much earth and more than just that. But no water, which I think is kind of crazy because I feel very watery.
I would think that you're very watery. Also, like being in love with dolphins. Like what?
Like what? But yeah, but I was saying I was like I do love being in the water, but I just like floating in the water. I don't really like do the surfing thing.
Yeah.
But I would love to like get into it.
Yeah, no, that would be so fun. Hopefully when Amari's back, gets better, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, there's just, like, so many possibilities for this summer. I think how I feel about my frontal lobe developing is I'm kind of scared. How does it feel?
Why do you feel scared?
I think because, like, I'm not, like, I don't shy away from aging.
Mm-hmm.
I think I look at it, like, very optimistically. I know other people have, like, other opinions on it. But like I love it. I think like there's so many possibilities, but I think I'm just scared because it's at the same time it's like going through quarter life crisis, like, oh, I'm growing up.
Yeah.
And I'm so used to always being the youngest.
Yeah.
Like all of our friends are so much older, or like 3 years. Well, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But like I'm so used to that. And then I remember I just remember being in line once getting dumplings and hearing these 2 kids behind me talking about how like one of them just turned 21.
Like,
and that to me is like, what?
I know.
And then there was like this one thing that I saw on TikTok that was like, this girl was saying how like, oh my God, to be like a teenager in the Tumblr era, whatever. And then this girl like stitched it and was like, it's happening.
Yeah. No,
we're getting
so
older.
Scary.
It's happening.
That
so,
is scary.
I have like mixed feelings, I guess.
Yeah.
But
the only reason I feel scared about having my frontal lobe developed is I use that as an excuse a lot. Like I'll be like, well, my frontal lobe isn't developed.
Yeah.
So therefore I can do whatever the fuck I want and make any mistake. Like I justified it in my brain.
Right.
And now I can't do that.
Right.
Which is really just a me problem, but and I also said I like would start caring about like my career and stuff and like try to like make moves like once my frontal lobe is developed, and I don't want to.
See, that's also the thing too. It's like career stuff.
Yeah.
Ugh, I don't know. We're just growing up.
I know. Like, what if I want to have a baby by like IVF or something? That shit was gonna cost like $100,000 or something. But honestly, I feel like I'm not gonna bring a kid into this world.
Really?
I want one, but like I would feel bad for them.
Like depending on the global climate.
Yeah.
Is that what you mean? Okay, I get you. Yeah.
Like they're so cute, but
they're so cute. I definitely wanted like 3 growing up, and now I literally just want 1.
Yeah.
I'm like, I don't know.
Like I always remember like saying to my mom, like, I didn't ask to be born. Like you're the one who put me in this world. And then I'm like, damn. Like if my kids had that to me, I'd be like, you're fucking right. Like, it's crazy how they just like decide to bring us into the world, and then we have to like be human beings and like live life.
Yeah.
And like I didn't choose that.
And then like the empath in us is like, I would never want to put another person through what I'm going through.
Yeah. I mean, there's so many good things about it, but I also just kind of feel like I don't want to say it because like it sounds so like negative and not optimistic, but like I don't really, is it gonna like get better?
Yeah.
Like,
no, literally.
Like I don't know.
I don't know.
I'd rather just like die when I'm 80 and like not leave anyone left to like.
I get you.
That I would be worried about.
Yeah. No, honestly, this can get like deep real quick, but
I'm like death to all of them.
Yeah.
Ooh.
I don't know if it's ever gonna go.
It'll be fine.
But yeah.
It'll be fine. Happy.
I guess, is there anything else that you want to like talk about?
I love my friends and I feel very grateful for them, and it's crazy having friends. It's crazy having friends. Like as someone who like, I always had some friends, but like having friends that you connect with versus like having friends that you just like hang out with because like you don't want to not have any friends is such 2 different things.
100%.
And like in high school I always had a group of friends, but like some of them, you know, there's just so much drama or whatever in high school. And then like in college I had friends like that I just felt like I hung out with. I mean, I had some friends that just I like connected with, but they almost felt like more like friends that you go to parties with, right? And not like friends that you like tell all your feelings about too. And then like, and I moved to New York, and then I like met so many friends that, and I like felt more like connected like with you guys like in like the first like 4 months of living here than I did like in like 4 years in college. So it really like makes you think about.
I feel
like,
that too.
Yeah, just like being in the right place, and I feel like New York is like the right place for me.
Yeah, New York like bridges that together.
Yeah,
I feel like in high school I also had like friend groups. It's like the same thing that you said about how like, are we just friends because we have connections, or are we friends because like we see each other every day?
Yeah.
Right. And yeah, I definitely just feel like we have like formed a sense of community, and it's so nice because like we all live so close.
I know. I love walking to my friends' houses. It makes me feel like I'm like in high school, and like my mom just like let me go outside.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm gonna go to my friend's house now.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I'm like, whenever I like hang out with my friends, especially too like when we're like working from home, and if we like hang out like during the day,
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm skipping school.
Yeah. I remember this one time I came over to your apartment while you were working, and I was just like la 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 la.
Yeah,
Do you
it's
remember
so
that?
fun. Yeah,
That was so cute.
I love that kind of stuff. It's really good. Yeah, that stuff is really fun.
I love friendship.
Friendship, being gay, living in New York. It's really all coming together for me. And I just feel like I'm such a like independent person a lot of the times. Like I love being with people, but I also love like being by myself, and like living in Colorado where like I didn't have a car, and like you couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
And I would like ride my bike in the snowstorm to
Yeah.
Joann's that was like 3 miles away to like
Yeah.
in order to like go outside, and like just being able to like do things by myself and like have so much fun and like have a full day of like the possibilities are endless.
Yeah. Being an adult basically and having friends is crazy.
Being an adult and having access to public transportation in like a really big city is a game changer for your mental.
It is.
Like I can't be inside for that long.
Yeah. And I feel like whenever like I hang out with friends, I'm like, actually, yeah, everything is gonna
I'm
be
like,
okay.
wait, the sun is shining.
Yeah. So many possibilities.
And there's a rainbow at the end, guys.
There is. After this week, it'll be crazy. It's like
There will
raining.
be a rainbow.
It's raining all week.
And we're
in
gonna
New
go to the
York.
beach. Summer vibe report is beaches, drinks outside
At Hank's.
at Hank's. Only being able to go outside at nighttime because it's so hot during the day
That's like so good.
you have to go. You can only go outside during the night, and you are like have to be like hibernating during the day.
Like when it's 6:00 and like you step outside and you feel
You're like, oh
the
my
breeze.
God, there's a breeze. Thank fuck.
You're like, let's go outside.
That's my vibe. No clothes.
No clothes.
No clothes. Like just very little bare minimum
Birthday
clothing.
suit.
I'm talking mini skirt and a little bra top.
And a tall combat boot.
And my knee-high boots. Like that's like no, literally every time I'm like this with the boot. With the boot. Like yeah.
So funny. Like the amount of times where like we're gonna have something and like Molly's showing me her outfit and she's like, okay, put this and my boot.
And my boot? No, it's seriously like I'll be like I went to Mexico, and like everybody was wearing like their cute like sandals and like flip-flops on the beach and stuff. Like we were going to like beach clubs and stuff, and I was like wearing my like knee-high Doc Martens the whole time, and everyone was laughing at me, but I'm just about that life. Like I'm not a shoe girl. I'm like a skirt girl. I'm like a jacket girl. Like I have 5 pairs of shoes in my rotation, and I stick to them, and I don't need that many.
And that's honestly, I think, just the cost of being like a fashion girly.
You gotta pick some things.
Yeah.
You love a shoe.
I love a shoe.
I love your shoes.
Thank you. But I was gonna say though, is that like sometimes in the heat I will wear a tall boot, like my tall black boot, because it just goes with it. And like, yeah, I'm fucking sweating underneath, but I look good. And
I also
fine.
like I want to wear mini skirts, but I don't want my full leg out.
Yeah, I feel
like
you.
having
I
like
feel
your
you.
full like this long
I
length
feel you.
of leg out is like I'm like that's kind of a lot of leg. I need like only like half of it out.
Yeah.
Yeah, sweating in some boots.
Also, besides Halloween, Molly's always drip the fuck down. So
Drip the fuck out. Sometimes.
No, all the time. She is. So
it's fun. I love summer dressing. I love dresses. I love skirts. I'm figuring out my like. I've been like. I mean, I always like sometimes like when I'm more casual and stuff like dress more like masculine kind of vibe.
Mm.
But I just got a pair of Jordan 4s.
Oh.
And it's been really like feeding my mask vibe.
Yeah.
I was like wearing them the other day, and I felt like a whole different person.
Really?
And I was like, they're blue. They're UNC blue Jordan 4s. With like a basketball short and like a bikini top.
Ooh. Oh, I see it. That's like very June-esque. I feel like this episode is like so like if it had an aura to it, it'd be like yellow, pink, and like butterflies around us.
Yeah, I love that.
Molly just brings that wherever she goes.
Thanks to Lavette for having me on the podcast. She's gonna do great things in life, and she's a star. Just already, you're a star.
Thank you so much,
and you only
Molly.
have more high for your shooting starness.
Thank you so much, Molly. I love you so much.
I love you too.
And it was so nice to have you finally.
Yay!
On Etched Grocery
Thanks for having
me. Love you.